him alive and working and talking and lying and cheating and all of the things that he's about. But these polls are closed. And that means that we've got to vote like our very lives depend on it. And it really is very, very serious. It is so serious until, if you look at Project 2025, which I hope you're reading and you're paying attention to, they have the audacity to tell you exactly where they're going to take this country. They tell you that they're going to get rid of the Department of Education. They tell you that they're going to kill Head Start. They tell you they don't believe in overtime pay. They tell you they're going to kill organized labor. And so they're brazen, and they're in our face, and it was created by the Heritage Foundation with all of Jesse Jackson's friends, people that used to work for him, and he's trying to distance himself and say it's not his document, but it is. It is their vision for where this country should go and what they're going to do. He had the audacity to say to his people, if you vote for him, they'll never have to worry about voting again. He's a dictator in the making. He loves Putin in Russia. He loves Kim Jong-un in North Korea. He's in touch with them. He's got our secrets, our classified information in Mar-a-Lago, in the toilet, in the restroom, thousands upon thousands of documents. And he's in touch with Putin, and they have documented over seven conversations that they've had since he's been out of office. This is serious. This man is not only divisive, but he's destructive. And not only, I cannot simply talk about him lying. It's worse than that. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. He will lie, look you in the face. He knows that you know that he's lying. And whether he's talking about people from Haiti eating cats and dogs, or whether he's talking about what he has done for all of us and we don't appreciate it, and how he's going to get in office again, and for those people who he considers his enemies, he's going to use the Justice Department for revenge. He will run the Justice Department. He will dictate to them what to do. He's going to go after what he considers his enemy. And that means many of us. And I want to tell you, and you've heard this over and over again, Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. I want you to believe Trump. I want you to believe what he's all about. This is the most dangerous individual that could ever be in the position that he's in now, receiving all of the support that he's getting from those, many of whom have been silent, but these are domestic terrorists.
Yes,
these are the Proud Boys. These are the QAnon. These are the KKK. These are organized domestic terrorists in this country. And what Trump has said is he's going to claim that he's won no matter what happens. But if we continue to talk about the fact that he is not the president, he's going to turn the domestic terrorists on all of us. He said there will be bloodshed in the streets. Can you imagine someone running for the presidency of the United States who already held that office, who's talking about a civil war that he will create if we don't support the idea that no matter what happens, he's the president? Well, I want to tell you something. There are some of us who've been around long enough to let you know that we ain't scared of nobody. And we ain't running from nobody. And we're going to do everything that we can to continue to talk about who he is, what he is. The man has been convicted, what is it, 34 times?
34 times.
And he's running for the presidency of the United States. If you, young black man, go out and steal a loaf of bread, you're going to jail. And he's walking the streets talking shit. Oh, excuse me. man has created this lie. And when he creates a lie, he has a way of repeating it and getting all of his people to repeat it. He talks about it in rounds. He cannot tell me a damn thing about black men. He cannot talk about what black men are going to do or not going to do. That is not his to even try to deal with. We are not going to be divided by a Trump who's going to tell us that black men are going to support him. I tell you, black men love their mamas, they love their dollars, they love their women, and they are not going to be pulled away from our community by Trump talking about they love him, they're going to support him, and telling me what he's done for hip-hop people or anybody else. Don't believe any of that. Don't allow that to define you in any way. When anybody talks about what black men are going to do or not going to do, tell them they don't know, particularly if they're following what Trump is talking about. They don't know a darn thing about black men and what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. And I think this is very important because he is trying to define a black man from his perspective. Are we going to allow him to do that?
No.
I don't think so. Well, we're in this big campaign. Kamala has done extraordinarily well, and it's happened so quickly. And so when she's gone out in the rallies, people have responded. She's raised more money than any other candidate running for the presidency of the United States of America. And much of that is because black people showed up with money that they never have shown up with before, never would give to anybody, but excited about this possibility. And so what we need to do is turn out the vote. We need to register. We need to vote. We need to make sure that nothing stands in the way of our getting out there and our voting. Now, I want you to know it's very special that she has found herself in this position. It's kind of special because all of her life, her career, has taken us to this point. She had no way of knowing that she would be in this position to be the candidate, the nominee of the Democratic Party for the presidency of the United States of America. But when you think about it, she started out as city attorney in San Francisco, went on to be attorney general. She ran for president one time and got out because the resources was not there, did not get the attention, then ran for the United States Senate, showed up and demonstrated that not only is she a good attorney, but she's an attorney that can take on those witnesses coming before our committees and strip them down to get the truth. So she's demonstrated that she is certainly competent. Now, it was not intended for her to be the nominee of the Democratic Party. There were those who were saying because he did badly in those debates, that somehow he would not be capable of taking on Trump, and that we needed to have an open convention. An open convention. What is an open convention? Well, it was being defined by those who had something in mind about whom they wanted and whom they did not want. And I want you to know that they beat Biden down, and he stepped aside for the good of the country to keep the division from basically getting started in the way that it could have, because there were people taking sides about open convention or Biden being able to be the nominee again. And so he stepped aside. But some of those who were wanting the open convention, who was in a position where they may be determining who would make the decision and how they would make the decision and who would be able to apply to be chosen to be the nominee. They didn't know that when he stepped aside, he was going to say, I am going to step aside for the good of the country, and I nominate, and I embrace, and I support Kamala Harris. He surprised a whole whatever has happened, she is the nominee. She is the one that was endorsed by him. And she's taken on Trump. And when you saw her in that first debate, remember how she walked over to him, looked him in the eye, and shook his hand and said, "How are you doing?" That was not a mindless motion. That was a motion to say, "It's me and you, and I'm taking you on. I'm going to take you on." You intimidated Hillary Clinton when you walked behind her and you basically, gave her the dirty look, and you intimidated her on and on and on. But in that one motion of walking across that room and sticking her hand out there for him to shake her hand, she literally told him, "I'm ready for you. I'm taking you on. I am in this campaign to win." And so she has done everything that she could possibly do. But the polls are close. The polls are close. Why? Why is it someone who has acted in the manner that Trump has acted, who's said the things that he said, who's done the things that he's done, who's cheated, who ran a fake university, who with his father would not rent, apartments to people of color, black people in particular? Why is it that he can still be in the race where the polls are closed? He has basically talked to those who had race on their mind for all of their lives. Many of that was underground now. And so what he has done is he's worked at bringing it back and organizing it and making sure that they have someone that they can rely on to do what he says about taking back this country. Who's he taking it back from? Who's he taking it back from? Who is he talking about? You know who he's talking about. And they know who they think they're talking about. But some of us will take it back. He can take it back if he can fight us so hard that we retreat, that we don't vote, that we don't register, that we don't speak up, that we don't take him on. Everything that we say wherever we go is to say that we will not in any way support Trump, and nothing that he does, nothing that he says, nothing that he can make us believe about what he would do for us. We will not entertain any of that. We want him out and gone. We want him not in the presidency office. We want to make sure that we never again have to suffer or endure what he already put us through and what he plans to put us through. Are you ready?
Yes!
Do you believe we can do this?
Yes!
Are you all registered to vote?
Yes!
Are you going to vote?
Yes!
Are you going to vote like your very lives depend on it?
Yes!
Come on, y'all. I believe you, and I believe we can do it. As a matter of fact, it's kick-ass time. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey, well, and listen, I want to say thank you to Miss Maxine. And she right. When I went up to in her office, she's like, "Who is you?" I said, "Oh, I'm Melvin Bailey. Hey, I'm somebody you need to know." But thank y'all for coming. And our account is a little low. I think everybody needs to contribute again. Quit playing with us. I want you guys to come on, dig deep down in your pocket, man. Go in your pocketbook, go in your lint in your pocket. Come on and contribute to this fundraiser. Thank you very much.
Please, once again, the esteemed Maxine Waters. Please give her a big round of applause. You have everybody in there. There's no teleprompter up here. She spoke with passion from her heart. That's Maxine, man. Yeah, we're going to make America great again. Back when we had incompetent assassins. But anyway, thank you. Yes, competent. I don't know who these incompetent assassins are these days. They're piercing ears. Back in the day, the assassins hit the target. But look, that is our event for now, but we are here to raise money, and we want to thank the entire host committee. I want to thank Maya for everything she's done in the room. Yes. And everybody on the committee, everybody with Real Freedom. Happy birthday, Melvin Bailey, one more time. When I say happy, you say birthday happy. Real Freedom. All right, DJ, give us something, man.